Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Semi-Perfect Podcast. It is the day before Halloween here in this 2019.
This Halloween. This is
Halloween. Wow, our viewership just dropped by like 50. So welcome in. It's been a very busy couple of weeks. We've got a lot to talk about, but on an exciting note, it's going to be a very busy next couple of weeks, including this weekend, as we'll talk about. We'll be previewing a little bit of Ponyville Cider Fest, which is coming up in, I think everyone,
just a few days.
Just a huge chunk of us will be traveling tomorrow to get there.
All of us that are in here, basically.
Except for me.
Oh no, Sarah's not going.
No.
Do you think I would lit that?
I'll be there in spirit through Whose Line.
She will. She's working. By the way, let's mention that now.
Yeah.
So we are still taking submissions for the Whose Line game and Scenes from a Hat. And the submissions will close at the end of the podcast. Yeah. So you still got time to submit stuff. On a side note, as far as submissions go, I know that people have been submitting stuff, but hey, if you have something that's maybe Halloween or even Christmas or holiday, like all over the place, because there's kind of like multi themes going on. I know that like the convention itself has kind of a holiday theme to it, since it'll be like, hey, Halloween was yesterday, which means forget it. And so. But to Ciderfest credit, they've had a Halloween themed convention. So this year they were like, hey, let's go more holiday route. So yeah, but for us, I think we're going to have a whole mix during our show, stuff that hits Halloween, stuff that hits Christmas, and probably everything in between. So except Thanksgiving, nobody does anything with that. So, so go ahead and get your submissions in for that.
I'm going to also retweet, because there's two different submission forms, one for Scenes for a Hat and one for Whose Line. So I'm going to retweet both of those on our Twitter page. Check them out. Submit. You can submit as many times as you want.
Yeah. No limit.
No limit. Oh, there goes the headphones.
They were still attached. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh man, Sarah, just wait until we have more around. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that I've wrecked half of our workstation,
shall we do food posts?
Let's do food posts. So we're gonna see what everyone's eating today.
Scroll up to here we are. Okay. And go onto this Twitter screen. All right, I've got it fixed so it actually, looks nice instead of just streaming our whole desktop. Gabe's on the phone. Oh, maybe not.
No, sorry.
What? Maybe be present for the podcast, honey.
Huh? I'm here. I got a message from Gabe.
Oh, okay.
I'll play it right now. Play. I hate technology.
Just stand up.
Jeff, you always remind me. That's not your fault. But I can't join right this second.
He's flying.
Yeah.
You guys, he sent me a video of him hundreds of feet in the air. Whoa, super chat.
Wow, Missy. Spooky times. Need to go into my office and get some after hours work done. Thought I would drop by and say hi.
Oh, Missy, thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you.
As always, saw you during the release of Zebroni's React. So, of course, thank you, as always, for your generosity. So, food posts, like you mentioned,
All right.
Sarah.
Yes.
I'm here. Anime Guy 01 says, here's a bunch of salmon patties cooking up.
Those look delicious.
Is that actually what Krabby Patties are made of? Or are Krabby Patties made of cow?
We don't know what Krabby Patties are made of because
Aren't they made of plankton?
The secret formula.
that's he was
Formula.
that was just a fib to get them to
Sure.
be scared.
Sure it was.
I got Spooky D, no costume, but I got all kinds of treats. Got the semi-perfect pods, Icar's Baseball, and Crunch Bars. What's not a treat? Lesson plan finalizing for a major I don't want to do anymore. But anyway, yay podcast.
Oof. So, I'm not one to ever make fun of Sarah.
What?
But I love when she calls the Sixers the Sickers.
I don't know. For some reason, I saw a C and a K.
No.
I don't know.
Taylor says, having some Costco pizza tonight for the Summer Perfect podcast.
That is a beautiful image. Look at that.
I'll
piece
tell
of
you.
art.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you right now though, like Costco pizza's legit.
Yeah.
Like it's well priced. Like you can go. I'm surprised more people don't just live off of the Costco like food
Did
court.
we introduce people, by the way? I think we skipped.
Joining us tonight is Sarah Toodles.
Hello.
We got PaleoSteno.
Hi.
We got Hirosashii.
Hello.
And we got Saberspark.
Hi.
And did I miss anyone? Because we don't
I
have
don't
Discord
know if
up.
Matt's in. Nope.
Laura might not be joining tonight because she's not feeling very well, and
Aw.
but she might like watch the podcast. So
Well, then Laura's here in spirit.
Yes.
Mhm.
We've got Nora Mermaid saying, "Yo, semi-perfect pod. I look and feel good tonight. My plans are almost complete. I'm having a brown butter chocolate chunk cookie from Whole Foods, LOL. And while I'm at it, new pick of Lila for Laura.
Well, given this is a food post, we have to assume that she's going to eat the dog.
Does she have anime on her shirt? Is that anime?
That is. It looks kind of like it would be a mermaid.
Wait, okay, no, don't even look at the freaking shirt. What is going on in the image behind?
That looks like a dude having sex with a like a Norse god.
Like the first one, I feel like you can almost get away, but then the second one, there is 100%
something going on.
An oral investigation of some kind happening.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks. I'm sure Nora will try to explain, but we've already made up our minds.
Really nice. Her hair looks really nice in this picture.
Yeah. You mean Nora's or the dogs?
The former.
I'd say both. Both look nice.
We got Rosie Diamond. Tonight I made teriyaki chicken and vegetable medley of carrots, peppers, onions, and zucchini for me and my grandpa. Tastes great. Looks pretty good.
So Nora did answer. She said, it's a series of French paintings between a girl and a horse that my parents bought. That's something you should ask them. That's even hotter. French.
Oh, the French champagne. Oh, the French.
Oh, the French. We got Princess Deadpool cooking a slab of salmon. Wow, salmon is the protein of choice here tonight. Cooking a slab of salmon, heart-healthy food before the onslaught of candy tomorrow.
Nice.
Right.
Oh shoot! Yeah, tomorrow's Halloween.
Yeah.
It is
And
Halloween.
the onslaught of cheese curds we're gonna have.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Laura already said that she's like not looking forward to us eating cheese curds, jokingly, of course, because we're talking about Milwaukee food, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm just already preparing myself for when you guys start eating cheese curds and like pull them apart and start dripping the cheese in your mouth." And I'm like, "You're right, that's going to happen." Like,
I envision like Laura like avoiding us the entire weekend. Just being like, no.
We were looking at the rock bottom menu last night, and I was scrolling down through it, and I was like, "Oh, like almost everything on this has like some kind of cheese."
as is tradition.
Well, I mean, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
All right, we got Alice.
What was that?
You said, come on. So I echoed it to you.
I love it.
Got Allison. Just finished a bowl of buttered noodles. I'll send a picture, but of oh god. But if you really want to see my empty bowl, okay. Sorry,
Gotcha.
my mind was skipping.
Void says no picture because I already ate, but dinner was a hearty plate of bacon and some cheese.
Fuck yeah.
All you need.
Fuck yeah.
Bacon and cheese. Okay. no,
Please
that's
eat a
not-
vegetable.
Well, cheese is from an animal that eats vegetables. So.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it cancels out.
Do you know how heartbroken I was when I was informed that cheese did not count as healthy food? I was like, how does it
Dude.
not?
My dad used to he's like, I'm gonna eat healthy tonight, and he had like deli slices and cheese. And my mom would always be like, "That's not healthy, Mark."
Okay, so this popped in my head. I don't know if I've ever told this story. And so yes, I'm gonna tangent a little bit right now.
All right.
You
But it's
tangent? No.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Matt's in the house. PanamaMatt, everybody.
I've been here for a while.
So Matt,
I was looking.
I'd actually be curious to know what you think on the legality side of what I'm going to tell. So when I was a kid, I used to ride my bike a lot. There were paseos and like these sidewalk things and pathways that I could just ride my bike all through the area of my housing community. And I, there would be days where I would just go, and I would get in trouble plenty of times because I didn't get back when my parents wanted me back. But there was one time where there was this one little area in the bushes that I was like, oh, this is cool. And it had like a dirt path for some bikes. Not a legitimate dirt path, but you could tell people would ride their bikes to it. And one day I was chilling in the spot, and this kid, he must have been younger than me because I can't remember, but he must have been a couple years younger than me. Yeah. And I was, in elementary school, probably in fourth grade. And I convinced this kid that I was homeless. And the thing is that for me, I have, or especially had, this problem with not knowing when to end a joke. And because I usually want to see where's this gonna go? And the kid's like, well, maybe my parents can adopt you. And I was like, wow, that'd be really amazing. to the point where generous. The kid brought me back to his house, and I went, and I was standing there in the front doorway, and he's like, "Here, let me ask my parents real quick." And I don't know why. I can't. I can't figure out why I didn't ditch at this point. What I was expecting to happen, because I waited, and then his mom didn't even have time for this, and I hear her just from the kitchen being like, "What? Are you serious?" And then she just pokes her head around, and she's at the other end of the house, but pokes her head down the hallway and goes, "Are you actually homeless? Because I'll call the cops." And I was
cops.
Like, "Nope." And I rode my bike very quickly. And got away from it. And I don't even know who this kid was. I never saw him at school, but he lived in my area. I don't know. But yeah, that was something that popped in my head today, and I'm like, I don't know if I've ever told this story.
Homeless race
the chat. I don't know what they're counting.
Well, we just got a super chat from Zamuggan 37 saying, hopefully you all enjoy Ponyville Cider Fest this weekend. I sadly will not be able to go, but wishing you safe travels. Happy streaming. Well, Zamuggan 37, I will be doing vlogs, so you will be able to join us, even though you won't be able to join us. So, so the vlogs are for you, Zamuggan. Yeah. So join us. So back to the food post. Now that just a reminder that I'm an idiot. James says, a toast to Black Griffin's newest performance in Has Been Hotel, a gin and tonic to celebrate.
Woot.
Nice. And we've got Eddie Original made some
Hmm.
paxi.
What is that?
It looks good.
It looks
whatever
good.
It is. It looks like a powdered donut.
But I can't
It
even
looks like a
pronounce
powdered
it.
donut. Yep.
Paxi?
paxi.
Paxi?
Paxi.
Homemade.
Why are people counting in the chat? I don't understand. There's
They
more.
Why
are
do
a-
four people say 60?
They're a Polish filled donut. Well, a donut in Polish cuisine that is filled.
Well, I can't send their count correctly.
Someone jumped to 69.
Mm.
Let's see here. Our next food post
Yeah.
is from Blue and Gray Horse. Is a tub of cream for the stream. Blueberry cheesecake. God.
Cheers.
So another thing I'm ruined with right now is I just got done watching every Leprechaun movie. There's a series called Leprechaun, and it's not good.
The horror movie?
Oh, I just thought you meant straight up every movie to ever have a leprechaun in it. I was like,
That might have been
amazing.
every movie that ever had a Leprechaun. I don't know. But yeah, the one with like Warwick Davis. If that's how you say his name. Yeah. And so like the really crappy rhymes and all that. Not saying that tub of cream for the stream is a crappy rhyme. That's a good one.
Mhm.
But now I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I watched all of them.
Yeah.
To the point where like the last two are called Leprechaun in the Hood
Oh god.
Oh yeah, I've seen
that's
clips
like
of
something
that.
Saber would make me watch.
and Leprechaun back to the Hood. So
Now even Saber has standards.
well, it's
No, he
weird.
doesn't.
No, he does not. He does not.
Does everyone realize that like every
Paleo, that laugh.
it seems like something happened in the mid 90s where every horror like ongoing series had to go to space. Like what's up with that?
Yeah. This is weird.
Like
I
Leprechaun
mean, it is
in
the final
space.
frontier.
Yeah, but then like they're like, okay, let's go back to Earth. Welcome.
Now the theme in the 2000s and 2010s is that somebody has to be depressed in the movie.
Yeah, and then like now like the 2010s has been all about like I guess justifying why
Mm-hmm.
bad characters did things. I don't know.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Well, this is why. Cinder says this is all I get in my 15-minute break at work. Power Aid. No sugar. Sports drink.
Sports drink.
June
Thank you.
8th, 2020. MDAS. We got a super chat from Stone. Says, guys, you know what's funnier than 24?
25.
25.
I love the way he said it.
25.
So wonderful.
We got Nathaniel says, don't have a picture, but I had a cup noodle by the time this podcast came out.
Nice.
Sweet. And then we're gonna
I'm gonna
do
refresh,
a quick refresh.
see if anything else came in. Let's check notifications. Oh, I see some Halloweeny things.
Spoilers.
I think we've got all the food posts.
Yeah, I think we did good.
Yeah.
All right. So again, if you folks want to get in your Halloween costumes and whatnot, we'd love to see
It sounds
those.
like you said you really mean it.
Well,
I didn't hear folks when you said
Yeah,
that.
right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, just change the OL to a UC and you'll know what we heard, Race.
What we heard, right? Yeah.
so let's see here. I want to know what people have been up to the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks. And I really want to know what Hirosashi's been up to the last 2 weeks because he always has the most riveting updates.
Yeah. Man, my life really is that boring, man. I'm like trying to think of anything else that was interesting besides me getting a high score in a rhythm game and me working. But that is my life.
Whoa! Did
Rhythm
you
games
work this
this
week?
week.
Whoa!
Hell
Yeah,
yeah, high
well-
score.
Well, you did tell us last night how like every time before you go to go on vacation, every single time something is just like terrible happens at work where it's like
Yeah.
it just extends your work time.
Yep. I worked 14 hours yesterday.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It was not okay at all.
Wait, your salary, so no overtime, right?
Right, exactly. Which, I mean, I knew that going in, and the salary is nice, so but like it's just when it happens to go overtime like that, I'm like, ugh.
They will take as much from you as you give them.
Right. Yep. 14 hours.
14 hours?
Wow.
Yep. That
Stop
was my
that.
work day yesterday.
Oh
Stop
my
it.
god.
What did I do that was interesting? Come on, brain. There's really nothing. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay, Hero. At least you're paying the bills,
Yes.
so that's good. What about Matt, PanamaMatt?
I'm getting back into the swing of things slowly but surely.
You were
How
out?
did you get out of the swing of things?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I got rear-ended on October 6th.
Ooh, you okay?
I mean, I've been better. Been a lot better.
Go sue him?
Hopefully it doesn't get that far. We're still trying to go through the whole liability and insurance.
Well, you brought this up last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But,
because I think Saber
well-
suggested you get out yelling, "I'm a lawyer."
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, no, I made that joke. Do you feel all right, like physically?
No, I don't.
Sorry, dude.
I'm slowly improving, but yeah, definitely got a mean sciatic nerve pinch right now. My back and butt are just stabbed.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, that's all right. Honestly, for as much as I drive, my truck has 228,000 miles on it. Statistically, this is inevitable.
Well, I guess if there's, any bright side to this is that you're not, it's not unusual for you to have a sore butt.
There it is.
Wow, Race. Wow. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Would you care to enlighten me?
No.
No?
He's got you pegged all wrong.
Well played, Saber. Well played.
No, but we are glad that you're you're in as good of condition as you are, and hopefully you recover ASAP.
Oh, indeed. I'm doing my part for that.
Good. Very, very good. Well, what about Paleo? What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
I was at Sabers, taking care of Lammy while he went off to.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago. You're right.
Yeah, because I got back home last week. Yeah, I was taking care of Lammy while he went to go visit his grandpa. And when he came back, we watched terrible panda movies.
God.
And I wanted to leave. He was keeping me
Oh,
hostage.
Saber has a steam suit. I don't even want to mock Matt. I just wanted to bring it back up again.
I was mocked?
Sorry.
Or was it the other Matt?
I think Hero's chasing after his computer that's running away right now.
Gotta do laundry. It's like there's a convention tomorrow, and
I got my laundry done.
Oh, I gotta do my laundry.
I've got basically everything packed besides like my
Yeah.
phone charger.
All 2 pairs of his underwear.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
And I'm bringing my inflatable T-Rex costume from that one time.
Awesome.
So that's all you'll need is 2 pairs of underwear and your inflatable
In my
dinosaur.
T-Rex costume, yeah.
What about you, Saber? What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Like Paleo said, I was in Nebraska. I went to go see my grandfather and some other family. Went up to Nova last week and hang out with Laura, and that's really it outside of work. A bit of travel here and there, and some travel coming up with Ciderfest, but we'll talk about that here in a bit, I guess.
Yeah. What about you, Sarah? What's new?
I mean, other than California spontaneously combusting this past week.
It's still happening right now.
Yeah, things are still
Yeah,
on
I saw it on
fire.
the news.
I mean, you know, you always hear about, you know, California and fires go hand in hand, but man, there's just been a lot. Been a lot popped up.
They keep touching off too.
Yeah, the winds don't help, and today the winds were just horrendous at work and stuff. I was just, ugh.
Yeah.
I just want the winds and the fires to stop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we've been like, as far as like Sarah and I go, where we are, we've been good.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had anything that's caused any like concern.
Yeah.
As in for our property. It has affected other things like travel and whatnot. It has been a madhouse. Because a lot of these times these fires will shut down freeways, which is happening right now.
Sound good.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been wild. Is that everything for you?
I think so. I don't think much else has happened.
Yeah. So my 2 weeks have also pretty easy to sum up. I've been editing Bronies React.
Yay!
That's like almost the extent of what I've been up to. But you know, it was the fastest turnaround I've ever had. Obviously, we started working on the Reacts before they aired here in television, but I felt like we weren't necessarily cheating by doing so because they did actually air somewhere in the world. But you know, so yeah, I got through all of that. Wanted to get that out as soon as possible. The bonus, I'm rendering it as we speak. Some of you heard the conversation about me working on getting that last edits in. So that's rendering right now. Hopefully should be up tomorrow. And yeah, just gearing up for Ponyville Cider Fest. Like we said, we'll be talking about that here in a bit during the podcast. But yeah, that's about a wrap on my 2 weeks as well.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Gabe?
Well, I just landed.
Hey.
Hi.
You're in Milwaukee already? You're already in Milwaukee?
Wanahakalugi. No, I just landed from a flight. I was personally flying over my neighborhood.
Yep.
And it was beautiful. I sent Jeff a video because I got a text while I was 1,000 feet high. Podcast in 5 minutes, and I was like,
And then you put it into a spiraling dive, and here you are.
I did do that. Not right away. First, I shot at the lake, but then I landed.
Important.
It was important. I have a video of that too. I filmed with my left hand and shot with my right. And now that I'm thinking, that's actually not strictly legal, so I probably shouldn't have said that.
You usually shoot with your right. When you're filming yourself shoot?
Huh? What?
I was making a joke.
You? Yes, I filmed myself shoot. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I need to turn up my volume. There we go. But aside from that, I really haven't been up to much. Yes, I have.
You said I had to turn my volume up right when I was like literally putting your volume
down.
Everyone.
You are coming in so hot right now.
Oh, sorry. I'll back off.
Oh, you turn my volume up some more.
Is that better?
And with that slight little bit of maxing on your mic, I'm really getting an Alistair vibe right now.
I'm pleasure to meet you all. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right. Has Been Hotel came out. That was fun.
Oh yeah, it came out.
You have a dream. That was fun. That was really fun. But I also did the Team Trees thing, which was super cool. I've gotten to talk with Mr. Beast and Destin from Smarter Every Day a bunch, which is crazy because I love Destin. I've been following him forever. So neat stuff there. And then I did a song for Steve Odekirk, and we're going to LA hopefully sometime next month to shoot a music video for it. So that's what's been up in my life, and that's about it.
And speaking of Team Trees, they're halfway there.
Yeah,
I freaking know. Elon Musk, I could not believe when he donated. I was like, what? Now he's
how much did he donate? Like, I hope he bought one tree.
$1 million.
He bought between 1 and 100 million. He bought $1 million.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then like the CEO of Shopify bought him like 1,000,001.
Of course, because everyone's trying to one up.
Well, good. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what you want to happen with this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is like, but you know what? Hey, you guys want to hear a depressing fact? So I was super on board with this Team Trees thing. I really am. I think it's awesome. It's a great initiative. And then I just out of curiosity was like, what kind of impact will this make? So I looked up how many trees are cut down each day. 10 million. The
How
answer
many?
is 10 million.
Yeah, but those
We
are
are
little
planting
trees.
2 days worth of trees.
Well.
So
Yay.
what you're saying is,
I want my money back.
No, but really what it is it's just a way to make people like to raise awareness. The 20 million trees is a gimmick kind of, but it's to make more people think about it. Like I think it'd be cool if people planted trees in their yards more. Like it's, just something to get people to think about it, I guess.
what you're saying is,
I-
humanity's doomed.
I live in a
Actually,
forest.
The city of
I'm surrounded by trees.
Oh,
the city
good.
of the city of Fullerton here in Orange County is actually giving people fruit trees to plant in their yards if they're
Brilliant.
residents of the city. Giving.
Absolutely brilliant. That is what this is the kind of people will never do the right thing for the sake of doing the right thing. And that's not pessimism. That's just the truth. It has to be convenient or it has to be beneficial in
You
some
want
way.
people to
Now,
be good
fortunately,
just because.
no one does. Not
What was that from
consistently.
again?
So, but this is the good thing. Altruism has actually become beneficial to our species now. The world has shrunk to the point where it actually saves us money to not go to war. We don't get stuff from pillaging anymore. So, I have hope for the future.
Me
I'm
too.
glad.
I don't
Gabe.
expect our species to change its tendencies, but I think that our society is such that it promotes peace is more beneficial to us.
Wait, were we asking you how you were doing? How
Yes.
the hell did we get here?
Because
I'm
the
sorry.
trees.
And
We talked
actually,
about
I
trees.
have to go because we're eating, but I'll be right back in like 20 minutes.
Oh my god, you're like my dad on the phone. He's just yelling.
All right, Gabe. We'll wait for you to get back so we can talk about Has Been Hotel.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll talk
all right,
about
thank
some
you.
Movies.
Thank you, guys. I
Yeah.
love.
Enjoy your dinner.
I will enjoy. We're eating couscous and something else.
Never mind. You want to enjoy it.
All right, you're right. Okay, bye.
Couscous.
Couscous. I'm gonna
What's
move to
his
general, so
name?
there's not like a feedback thing. Actually, I'm just gonna mute you.
Yeah.
How do I mute? Never mind. I'll move to general.
Okay.
Bye.
He can build a
That man
paramotor,
thinks
but
at
he
a
can't figure out how.
billion
He's just gonna sit in the other room.
I mean, Race, it just goes to prove my theory that we're all idiots. It just depends on how and when.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
All right then, shall we talk about?
Let's talk about some movies. So we're gonna talk about movies. A couple that came out recently. Nothing that I think is too recent. But we will have a spoiler screen up. So if there's any movie we're discussing that you don't want to hear anything about, wait until the spoiler screen goes back down. You can just mute the stream for the time being. And yeah. So the three movies that I think we're going to talk about, as a heads up to people. Well, I guess we'll go one at a time.
Yeah.
So first one is, do you guys want to talk about? Let's build up. So
Okay.
so do you guys want to talk about Maleficent 2?
I have
No.
not seen it.
Nobody else has seen it.
Has no one else seen it?
Nope.
All right. Well, dude.
Probably why it's not doing so hot.
See,
Yeah,
Race, I'm
we
not
wanna
the only
talk
one that
about
doesn't see movies.
Well, Matt, I'd even give you more of an excuse right now, like with your mending body. Yeah,
As I fiddle with a bottle of Tylenol here.
we can wait on Maleficent 2, which means we're never going to talk about
Oh,
it.
yeah, we probably aren't. Just in general, it's a B movie from Disney. Like,
That sounds amazing.
It
want to see
was
it
it's stupid.
it reminded me of yeah, and we won't get into specifics or spoilers. It reminded me of the first one. In that I think I was as into the first one as I was into this one.
Yeah, by the way, I saw someone mention it in the chat. Costumes will come later. We're trying to give folks time to post. So if you have your Halloween costume, like a pic of you and your Halloween costume ready. I know it's before Halloween, but you can send that picture to us on Twitter using the hashtag SPP Halloween.
Yeah, do it. Okay, so great talk about Maleficent. Did you have a spoiler thing for Maleficent?
No. I don't have any spoiler screens for the movie.
Okay, so I only want to hear yeses as far as who has seen Addams Family.
Yes.
I have.
I have not.
Saber broke the rules. So Paleo's the only one who besides us.
All right.
So I don't know.
Then just talk about Joker for 20 minutes.
We didn't even need to talk about it for that long, I don't think. Has anyone here not seen Joker besides
I
Matt?
have not. But like,
Oh, really? You haven't?
Yeah, I'm not.
Race, remember, like, I'm the only one that sees movies.
I'm starting to definitely remember that. All right. Well, we're gonna talk about Joker. So anyone that wants to avoid that is in the chat or in our side of things, we'll bring you guys back in if you want to avoid any of the conversation. And then, like we said, we'll put up this spoiler screen right there. Oh, you were ready.
Yeah. Well, I listed this first, so I was just gonna be like, yeah.
And a couple of us will discuss it. So once more, Hiro, Matt, Saber, if you guys want to avoid spoilers or anything for Joker, we can bring you guys back in.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. So at this point, and I'm pretty. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
I don't think the GIF's working.
So.
Oh well.
Oh no!
It's just an image.
It's not working.
Yeah. Oh well. There it goes.
So, Joker. I don't. Paleo, do you want to start this topic off?
Sure. I had very, very mixed expectations for this movie going in because like a month before it was like sent to a bunch of film festivals and it had like huge high praise, and then like its ratings started to drop down on Rotten Tomatoes because like some of the, I guess, more general audiences started seeing it. So I had very mixed expectations for it. But I did end up liking it. I don't think I like it as much as other people do, though, because I've seen a lot of people saying like, "Oh yeah, this is like a masterpiece" or whatever. Where I'm like, I mean, it's good, but like there are certain aspects of it where I think it kind of drags a little bit in the first half, but then like the second half is like really enthralling. But so that kind of makes up for the slow burn it has.
So Sarah turned to me about 75% of the way through this movie and was like, how long is this movie? And it was at that point where I'm like, you know, you're right. For a 2-hour movie, it feels like we've been here for 3.
It does feel pretty long for something that's 2 hours.
Yeah,
it feels so long.
It's not a fast movie, and then it makes you feel like there's no way this movie is 2 hours. Like it does feel like it takes a while to get through it. I do know. So I think it's easier for me to say the positives for the movie than the negatives, because like to me, I loved how it was filmed. I love the cinematography of this movie. I thought it had very interesting, just the way that they kind of told the story through visuals. I found that to be very interesting.
Though
it is interesting. Go on.
I was gonna say, though, one time when I was watching it, and I'm sure a lot of people have also brought it up, is that it reminds me so much of Taxi Driver. It's pretty clear that it's inspired by Taxi Driver. If you see that movie, you'll know what I'm talking about, because it has the same kind of feel. Because like Taxi Driver was filmed in the 70s, and this looks like the way the city looks in Taxi Driver, just kind of like grimy, and like it's a city like with crime and whatever. And it's about this guy that has mental issues, and he sort of takes things into his own hands. That's what Taxi Driver's about, and
Mhm.
this had a lot of similarities to that movie. So,
Yeah, it was. I mean, this what it was interesting. I've actually found it. I almost find this interesting in how people are interpreting it because it seems like such. It seems polarizing almost. Like there's people that either think it's the greatest film ever or think that it was kind of laughable almost. I think that one of the best like things though that I saw anyone post about it had to have been the reposting of when he's dancing on the stairs.
Yeah, and it's like a drug commercial.
Oh, no,
for-
yeah, well, yeah, like this the specific tweet I saw was saying this is what was it was something along the lines of like this is every commercial for yogurt that helps you shit. And it's just that ding, 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 and he's just dancing. And I'm like, my God, it is. So yeah, no, it's yeah, I thought that was really funny. But yeah, I mean, I it's a movie that I think I enjoyed more after I left the theater because
yeah,
I wasn't sure how I felt about it during the movie. But yeah, and I don't know if a rewatch is something that helps this kind of movie. What were you? You made a face.
No, I'm waiting for you to be like, so Sarah, what did you think?
Sarah,
of it?
what did you think of it?
I didn't like it. All right. So my thing with Joker is that it's 100%. I acknowledge it is 100% not my kind of movie, and I knew it was going to be dark because I saw the trailers and stuff. I knew it was going to be grim, gritty, dark. You know how, and I don't. I think I just didn't know how dark and just, I don't know. It was not enjoyable to watch for me. It was just a whole bunch of things going wrong and that's like, it's kind of, that's the point. It's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable a little bit.
When we left the
"Oof."
theater, you were just about at the I hated it level.
I hated it. I did
Are you
not
still there?
enjoy, like, after having some time to think about it, I don't hate it as much, but I just didn't like it. It was not an enjoyable film for me. It 100% not my kind of thing, and I like, if people like it, that's fine. That's cool. Like I see a lot of, I've been reading a lot of people's praise about it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's not my kind of movie. I mean, like, the cinematography is great, the acting's great, the music's great. It's just, I did not enjoy myself watching this film.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that kind of gets sides of it. Paleo, you said you enjoyed it. Sarah hated it. And I'm kind of still on that, like, I don't know. I didn't hate it. But like I said, like, I find it was one of those movies that definitely felt like it reminds me of the kind of movies that you hear people talk about that was made 20 or 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh my gosh, like, you have to see this.
Yeah.
The way it was filmed, it felt like it was like, this is what we're going for. But yeah, just interesting.
I like happier movies. Personally, I abstain from any sort of like war movies, any sort of movies based on tragedies.
She won't
Don't
watch,
like it.
She won't watch the beautiful telling of Titanic with me.
I've already watched it, and that is good enough for me. I don't like watching. I just don't like watching the real shit, like, where it's just like, this is what happened. People died. People are, getting fucked over. I'm just like,
Oh,
no.
so Sarah goes by the Jax rule. She doesn't like feelings.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Jax Blade was just talking about this, how he's
really?
like, yeah, which I don't know if is there anything else before we get into this that anyone wants to say about Joker, or are we good to pull down the spoilers?
I'll say it was really good at making you feel uncomfortable with the character.
Right.
Because like Joker is not like a character you're supposed to, feel bad for. Because like you start to think like, oh, he's doing, he's like, you feel bad for like certain things that happen to him, but then you see the stuff he does, and you're like, maybe no, and you're kind of worried about what he's going to do to other people.
I got a question that's spoilery.
Yeah.
Paleo, do you think he killed the girl?
The woman who had
oh
the daughter
yeah,
that he
that was
followed?
that
You
was
think
left
he killed
very
Domino?
ambiguous. Yeah, that was left very ambiguous.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think he did.
I feel like he might have. Like I can't think, because it's left ambiguous, but like I'm just like trying to think of the logistics where like if she was alive, I feel like she would, like, there's police, like it sounds like there's police like pulling up to the apartment building, and I feel like if
Well, that's
she was
just
like,
Gotham,
hey,
too.
this is well, I know that, but I feel like if she was alive, she probably would have called the, like, and be like, hey, this guy from down the hall, was in my apartment and creeping me out. I don't know.
I was on your side, Paleo, where I didn't think he did, which I was like, okay, wasn't sure where that was gonna go. But then after talking with Sarah about it, I was like, oh, maybe he did actually.
Yeah.
Because it is weird
Yeah.
that she never. I feel like if and granted, I'm sure they purposely wanted to leave it ambiguous.
Yeah.
I think we've even seen some things where they specifically said yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interpretation for anyone who's watching. But I do feel like if she was alive, we would have at least seen some reference to her at some point. Like, oh, she's watching TV and there he is on the show. I don't know. Except the fact that they purposely wanted ambiguous.
Yeah, so then they just, never brought it up.
So you
again.
think that she done? She bye-bye.
I think he probably killed her because I can't imagine.
I purely think because of the scene with his mother, the last scene with his mother.
Yeah. Which was also extremely uncomfortable for me to watch. I'm just like,
yeah.
It's not like I don't like feelings. I just don't like feeling like shit while watching. I'm fine with like sad emotion, like, and all that. It's just there's certain themes where I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy watching this.
Sarah will not watch.
I don't watch this.
She won't watch horror movies with me either, but
No.
that probably goes without saying. So,
No.
All right. Well, if there's nothing left, or if there is anything that either of you want to add about Joker, now's our chance. You good, Paleo?
Yeah.
Sarah?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll pull down the spoiler screen. We will no longer be discussing spoilers for Joker. We'll let Saber and Hero know that they're good to come back in. Actually, I guess Hero technically never left. And then once they're coming in, just a reminder that you have now probably a little bit less than an hour to get in your submissions for the Whose Line show that's going to be. Now, if you're not going to be there, that's it's going to be filmed. It's going to be posted on YouTube. Your participation will still be something you'll be able to see. We do have a selection process. So Sarah, you're kind of one of the people who kind of filters through everything, and
Yep.
So we do go through that, and this is why, because we used to do it live, and it was harder to take care of all that. So everybody knows that they can come back in. We're still waiting on a couple, but so Paleo mentioned this, and just to kind of fill in the gap here, Jaxblade, I guess, was posting that he doesn't like things with emotions or watching things with emotions, Paleo, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I look up tweets?
I don't. You'll probably. I don't know. He tweets a lot.
Yeah, it's a
it is funny. Like, I'm not actually surprised to hear that about Jax because we know that he gets emotional.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things we actually really appreciate about him is his emotions. So
I was playing the piano while you guys were discussing.
Nice.
how appropriate.
Trying to learn that song from JoJo's. It's like really, really hard. Like, why is this song so hard to play? Oh my god.
I was just reading through the chat. So,
are we waiting for like Q&A or something?
No.
Oh,
nope.
okay.
We'll be getting there though. We will have a Q&A tonight, as mentioned. So what we will probably do right now, since Saber and Gabe, we're kind of waiting on them, we'll wait a little bit to talk about Ciderfest. But how about we take a look at Halloween costumes right now?
Sure thing.
Sure thing.
Let me get the Twitter thing.
What's the hashtag?
Hashtag SPP Halloween.
All one word.
Yes, all one word.
So before we do start looking at these, I want to know, Hirosashii, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Probably nothing. Sorry, guys.
PaleoSteno, what are you going to be for Halloween?
T-Rex.
Nice.
Sarah, what are you going to
I've
be
got
for
that
Halloween?
I'm gonna be an RV park associate.
And I'm going to be an air.
I'm gonna be Arby's.
Oh yeah, do that.
I'm thinking.
Oh, you don't want? Are you like meta joking right now? Is that what you're doing by being Arby's? There's no way you just happen to be Arby's when your husband is a Zootopia guy and that comic exists.
I'm thinking Arby's. I'm thinking my wife. Oh yeah.
What?
I had a dream. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. I get to go on a tangent this time. I'm sorry. I had a dream that I was in a theater and then they had a preview for a rated R Tarzan animated. And I was like, yo, I'm so about this. Like, rated R animation, sure. If I'm Disney, that sounds awesome, man. And then after that, a trailer for Zootopia 2 came on. And I was like, oh, it's real. And then I woke up and I was like, it's not real.
See, it was at that moment that ACRacebest did not want to wake up.
For real, speaking of like dreams and stuff, like I had a dream that Wreck-It Ralph was announced, like Wreck-It Ralph 2 was announced, and then literally the next morning it was announced that they were going to make a second Wreck-It Ralph.
Wasn't that also around the time when like Saber made a joke about something?
Yeah, like I think he was like, "Hey, look, a screenshot from Wreck-It Ralph 2, and it's Shrek as
I
was like,
I was so proud of that one. I was like, yeah, fuck you, Sarah.
All right, shall we look at Halloween costumes?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Oh, so like I said, I'm gonna be an airplane passenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm.
You should wear a snake, and then you'll be snakes on a plane.
Oh my god. I should be. I actually genuinely wonder if anyone has the balls to go through TSA in a costume.
I don't know. I mean, I'll find out tomorrow morning.
I'll find out tomorrow night.
All right, we got Kabari with Dr. Hugh. Awesome. Sonic screwdriver and everything.
Nice.
Glad I knew who Doctor Who is.
I know. I always am like, here we go. Anime guy.
Is that the 10th Doctor?
It says, here's my costume, Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora with Mickey's Keyblade. I'll also be wearing this tomorrow night at the Hyatt pre-Ciderfest. See you there, Saber.
What's the hashtag again?
SPP Halloween. All one word.
Okay.
So that's cool. Anime guy, we'll see you this weekend, so that'll be a lot of fun.
I've got Rosie Diamond. A bunny. Nice. Cute. Okay.
When are you going to be?
When am I going to be? Never.
Never? Why?
Yeah, James Justice.
Yeah, you'll be Arby's.
Uh,
And I'll be Nick Wild.
we got James Justice.
What does that even suggest?
I get to dress up for Halloween tomorrow while I'm at work. Wigs are forbidden, so I couldn't dress up as Bob Ross like I wanted, so I'm going to be Peter B. Parker instead. Nice.
Why are wigs forbidden? What?
I don't know.
Is it high school? What in the world?
It is pretty intense.
Yeah, forbidden.
Forbidden?
Forbidden.
It's forbidden.
I said it twice.
Yeah, you messed it up.
Oops. Clicking on the same image. Ah! What just happened? I scrolled up really fast.
When I hear forbidden, I think of hidden.
Forbidden.
And from the guy that goes hidden in Pirates.
Yeah. Got Pegasus or Kiwi for Halloween. I got to dress up with my horse and be skunks for a special Halloween trail ride event.
Hey.
I'll be dressing up as skunks with my mare, Sophie, again tomorrow and get to jump in our car.
Wait, let's see this. I want to see these. Aw, skunk.
I like this the cute little headdress for this.
So this is like an event, it sounds like.
Yeah, like a horse riding event, like a Halloween-y sort of thing.
I love that.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Autumn.
Very cool. And then I think there was an additional one. This was from last year.
Yeah, that was from last year. Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash.
Very nice. Good work, Pegasus or Kiwi.
Nice. All right. And we've got Nora. I'm waiting until Halloween day tomorrow to post my actual costume, but I will give y'all a hint. You can move around easily in this costume. For now, here I am during my senior year of high school, dressed as a Smurfette with a Lady Gaga shirt.
Lady Gaga.
I didn't know
favorite
Smurfette was a
Smurf
fan of Lady Gaga, but
Right? Oh, God.
Oh, that's great.
it's a good costume.
I can believe it, though.
Yeah. Nora went all out on this.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
yeah.
It's so good.
Good on you, Nora.
All right, we got ooh, Spider-Gwen. All right, Fritz Roll. So excited to for Halloween for two reasons. I'm dressing up my Marvel superhero senpai Spider-Gwen on YouTube. A Halloween special that was both a hell of a lot of work to make and a hell of a ride will be premiering SPP Halloween.
Nice.
Nice. Looks awesome. And then we got Brit or Treat. Here's an old selfie of me and my Kato dressed up for Halloween 2 years ago.
Yay!
So adorable with the hat.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Cute. We got Ballistic Zebra. Not really a real life costume, but I made my OC dress up as a child of Nightmare from the Past Sin series. I haven't seen that. Oh, and that's it. Awesome. We got Nathaniel Foga. Oh my god, with a Morty head. Not my full costume, but I'm going to wearing this Morty head for Halloween.
I'm just saying, but this mirror looks exactly like my mirror.
Yeah. What? No, it doesn't. I clean it.
He's in your house.
Wait a minute.
I can see Nathaniel Foga's head like in his eyes, and that's funny.
I know.
There's just this
Just
guy.
to send a super chat clarifying, I cut pizzas and the wig hair could get in the food. That's why he can't wear a wig and to work.
Just want to double check.
Gotcha.
Make sure we didn't miss one earlier, did we?
You scrolled way too much, I think.
Joe.
That's 14 days ago, honey.
Oh, I am honey. Oh, did we read the James one?
Oh, maybe not.
I don't think we did.
Cohen has super chatted. Good singing for Hasbin Hotel Gabriel. Cheers.
Which we'll pass
we'll
that
get-
on, obviously, when he
we'll
gets
get
back.
to that when we talk about Hasbin Hotel soon.
Yes.
When he gets back.
Yes, but thank you for the super chat, James.
Ah.
And both James. Two Jameses.
We got Harry Potter. Iris P95. It's Harry Potter. Nice. And then we got
Yo.
Princess Deadpool's Green Lantern.
You know the way.
What's scary to Deadpool? The answer.
What's funny is the mask. The way the lighting looks. It looks like the nose goes in, and I'm like, whoa. Very good.
Got a double post. Here we go. And then we got Cinder. For Halloween, I'm going to be snow in Milwaukee.
Yep, it is snowing right now in Milwaukee, gentlemen.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it is. Jeez.
Yeah. Bring your warm
how's that going to work for my flight tomorrow?
Well, they're used to snow, so you should be okay.
We got Goldfire. Though it isn't my costume for this year, last year's costume, I felt a need to share it, and thank you for sharing it because it's spiffy and spooky. It's spoofy.
Spoofy?
Yes, it's spiffy and spooky. Come.
All together, looping.
All right, let's see if we got any more in the last few minutes. Nope, doesn't look like it.
Nice.
Or let's check notifications. Double checking.
Double checking.
All right.
Holiday cheer. Yep, that's the tub of cream for the stream.
I was checked out for that one. Okay. All righty, let's
Cool.
get back to the screen.
Well, good work, everybody.
We'll probably maybe. Do you think we'll do another like shorter?
Sorry.
Do you think we'll do another since it is before Halloween?
Yeah, we'll if anybody dresses up obviously this year and you're not dressed up yet, we'll probably have another submission for it as far as what people did for this year. So yeah, we'll have some fun with that. The next podcast will be in 2 weeks. Well, this isn't the end, but we'll also be blah blah blah. Oh wait, so Rosie had a full explanation of her her costume. It says. So let's see if we can find that.
Oh, here's the explanation.
Here we go. There is an explanation.
All right, hold on. Should I put it back on the screen? Yeah. And boop. SPP Halloween. Here's the explanation for my costume. LOL.
I'm just gonna let you read it.
I like your outfit too, except when I dress up as a frigid bitch, I try not to look so constipated. SPP Halloween. Elwoods. Legally blonde.
Okay. So when I read it the first time, I thought that was just Rosie saying that. And I was, wow.
That's from a movie.
Yeah. Legally blonde.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's from Wreck-It Ralph too.
Can you be illegally blonde?
Alrighty.
Very good. All right. And then
we got one
Allison.
more. We got one more.
I just saw Allison posting about this.
Yeah. One more.
One more.
Allison, you guys missed my costume. I'm my PaleoSteno Kokomo. Me and my mom made it ourselves.
Oh.
Nice.
Sweet.
It's one of those cool hoodies. I love those hoodie things. Nice.
Very good. Very good. Well, hopefully everyone has a safe and happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Don't eat too much candy.
Oh, I disagree. Eat too much candy.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, Gabe sent me a video of him shooting water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering what this was.
Tell them all to eat faster.
How do I have as much fun as he does?
You risk your life every day.
Yeah. First, you gotta buy and build a paramotor, fly it,
move to Arizona where they have literally
and shoot it at a lake.
All right.
Arizona is such a lawless land. Like you cross immediately you see people riding motorcycles without helmets, and just people shooting other
people.
I don't know, cactuses. I don't know.
Oh. No, probably people.
Oh, but it's okay. It's fair game out there. So looking over everything, I guess what we could talk about now is Cider Fest. Because I don't want to predict when Gabe will be done eating couscous.
It's
Right now.
currently-
That was
Couscous.
sick timing.
You're eating couscous.
two scoops of couscous. Couscous.
Right.
So, what?
I said hello.
I'm good.
So, show. Yeah, Ponyville Cider Fest is this weekend.
No way.
We will. We'll jump back to that. And yeah, way. And I'm excited to be in Milwaukee this weekend.
Be cold.
It's going to be very cold, and it's snowing right now. In
What?
fact,
What?
yeah.
I don't have enough room in my suitcase. I'm gonna get my rain jacket right this second.
Okay.
Wait, don't forget to
still here,
don't forget to tell Gabe the super chat. We promised to relay that message.
Yeah. I don't want him to know yet.
Wait, I actually can't hear you. Oh crap! Holy crap! Okay,
We don't want him to hear us.
Oh wait, I've got a fun little story since the last podcast.
Yeah.
Gabe last
Oh,
time
what?
he accidentally stayed in the chat the whole
that was embarrassing.
overnight, and then I noticed the next day that he was in there, and so I walked in at like 11 in the morning California time. And I'm like, hello, and I hear mumbling on the other side, and I'm just like, Gabe, if you're still in here or if you can hear me, you stayed in the podcast chat. And he's like, oh my god,
You woke me up. I woke up to a strange woman's voice in my ear. It was quite terrifying.
She is a strange woman. I'll give you that.
No, that's not anybody that lives in this house.
yeah. Jeffrey's done it once before, or ACRacebest done it.
I have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friends were very forgiving and immediately let me know, like, hey, you are still here.
Yeah. We can hear your wife walking around the apartment.
They didn't virtually scribble on your face with a virtual permanent marker.
Could have. But yeah, so Ponyville Cider Fest is this weekend, November 1st through the 3rd. Friday, Saturday, Sunday convention. I know for Saber and I, we were not there last year. Gabe, you did go last year, right?
I did with Michelle. I went as a VIP, and this year I'm going as a musician.
A musician.
I'm playing my show is at
Musician.
9 p.m. on Friday, which I didn't know until very recently.
Cool.
But it's gonna be fun, everyone.
Yeah, I think, if I'm correct, you're the opening set for the concert?
No, Forever Free comes before me.
Okay, then I probably haven't paid close enough attention to the schedule. But
Yeah, but you've paid more attention than I have. I knew.
yeah, no, it should be a lot of fun though. We will have, in fact, actually, I'm gonna steal this from you if you're okay with that. So if you want to know what each of us are doing at Ponyville Cider Fest, on their website, I love that they do this. They do it with all their conventions. So Winnie City, and when they had MSP, they also did it. But if you go on their website, you'll see a guest tab, and on the guest tab, if you click on any of the individuals that are there, so like Paleo, Saber, myself, Gabe, we're all listed. You can see our schedules, what we're going to be involved with. So,
that's cool.
it's nice. I utilize it for myself to make sure I everything up. So, yeah, to just kind of do a quick rundown of what a lot of us are going to be a part of. On Friday at 2:00, we will have the Bronies React panel. It'll be an hour panel, and I imagine that we'll have quite a bit to talk about on the TED 1 release. Right now, Saber, Paleo, Gabe, Silver Quill, myself are slated to be on that. And then following that, so that's on Friday, 2:00. And then Friday at 5:30 to 6:30, we have a Who Would Win panel.
Yeah.
Ew. And right now listed would be Saber, Paleo, Beardy, heck yeah, and myself. I'm kind of just going into this that like I won't be surprised if at any point Gabe just shows up in other panels of ours.
Yeah.
If y'all want me to.
Gabe, I don't think we ever not want you to.
Wait, now I'm trying to find the schedule because I don't know what I'm
Here,
doing.
I'll link like the grid here,
Link. Thank you.
On
and then
Saturday.
I'll also link your personal one.
Saturday is going to be a very busy day for us. It's going to start off with the Hooves Line is it anyway event, which Sarah right now is currently putting that together. And that's going to be Saturday from 1:30 to 3 in main events. And then a number of us will be part of the community guest meetup. That'll be oh, nice. This is the first time I've looked at the community guest event, and it's going to have, wait, did I click the right thing? No, that's a Who's Line. I cast on it. I screwed up. Yeah, basically, I think everybody that's a listed community guest, which means, Gabe, I know that your meetups with musicians are going to be at a different time.
I will probably not do that. I don't know. Well, actually, I guess it depends on where it is, when it is, what is. I'll do whatever you guys want.
Oh no, I wouldn't anticipate you're going to be at the community guest meetup.
I'll
go.
What
I was saying.
If you guys are going, I'll go.
Well, fine. Jeez.
Unless you don't want me to.
We never want you to going to any of the events that we're doing.
Knew it.
We will have a How to YouTube panel that will be happening from 7 to 8. Gabe, you're free to join us.
Ooh,
Saturday.
thank you. Oh wow,
Yeah.
my schedule's tiny.
Hey, isn't that?
That's
Look
nice.
at you. Yeah. So Paleo Saber, myself, and we'll just say Gabe will be on that panel as well. He'll be a special guest, and then we're gonna have a late night panel that's gonna be going on. That Saber and I are gonna be on with Jesse. It's a Horse Famous After Dark panel. We've done these a couple years at BronyCon, and so it'll be fun to see Jesse out there at Cider Fest, and we're gonna. Who knows what the hell's gonna happen at one of these?
Did you notice the picture they used for Jesse has him holding like a
Yes.
smaller version of himself?
he actually about this because I don't know if he just didn't send in a picture, so they're like, all right,
We'll just take whatever.
yeah. So that's gonna, and that is an 8. Well, it's listed as 18 plus or 21 plus. So I don't know which of the two it's gonna end up being, but it will be for the not younger crowds.
Well, me and Claire can't join if it's 21 plus. Ha.
Did you say you and Claire? Or
No,
did you say Claire?
just Claire.
I was because I was gonna say it's not mentally how old you are.
I'm not 21 either.
You're not technically.
No, technically.
You're too old for this.
I'm
panel.
plus. I'm too old.
But it's
Wow.
gonna be fun. And then, like Gabe mentioned, his schedule looks a little bit different from ours because you got some. Obviously, you're performing, and we're not listed on your performance for some reason.
I don't even know what I'm doing, man. I haven't even put my set list together.
Good on you.
I'm gonna do that tonight after I wash my clothes.
Man, I hope Charlie's not listening to us right now.
Oh, he's no. Well, actually, I'm confused too because I was also told that I was doing the script reading, and that's not listed here either. So I'm just gonna go with the flow.
That could be because that's a surprise event that nobody knows.
Oh
about.
crap! You know, I'm not good at this. This is why I need an agent.
I really hope Charlie's not listening.
But that's just a guess. You know, I mean, there's a good chance.
I'm
this is
so
okay.
bad at this. Why am I so bad at this?
Are those readings ever a surprise though? I mean, like it's every time.
I mean, if I'm going to be honest, now we're just speculating here, but no, they should not be a surprise. I think they've done them every year at Ciderfest. So.
Yeah.
Whenever Gabe talked about ponies, he's like, "Oh, have you guys gotten to the part where Twilight Sparkle blows up Ponyville and they have to move to Mars? Have you gotten to that part yet?"
I'm
There
so
was a
glad I don't have to worry about spoilers anymore. Oh my gosh.
There was a
Very
beautiful moment Gabe and I shared just a couple ago. It was before the CMC episode aired, where they were adults. and I was explaining to Gabe where I was in the lineup of the season, and I was like, "Yep, I'm catching up right now." And he goes, "Oh, cool. So have you seen the episode where the CMCs become adults?" Nope, can't say I've seen that one. Thanks, Gabe.
Sorry. Yeah. I'll tell you what was really hard to keep secret. It was the Weird Al episode. That was like, and then
I got that one spoiled anyway. Don't worry.
Wait, there was a Weird Al.
Oh, shut
What?
up. And then the second one, I also accidentally got Daniel to spill because I told him that I thought it aired because apparently there was a leak and I saw a thing from the leak and I was like, oh, we can talk about it now.
Oops.
Yeah. So someone said you were good at keeping the Has-Been Hotel thing a secret. To be clear, I'm really good at keeping secrets that are where I'm specifically under NDA because I am told specifically what I'm not allowed to say. But when it's arbitrary hearsay and I'm not directly involved, I have a very hard time keeping secrets because I don't know that they're secrets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, when I got a gun held to my head, I know. But without the force of threat, I mean, who can say?
If you're not gonna take money from me or kill me, it's any man's game.
So Gabe will be performing Friday night, 9 to 10:15. It says
Correctly.
here. And then the musician meetup, it says, is from 3:30 to 4:30, but maybe we'll absorb you into our meet and greet.
Well, hey guys, that would be fun. I like being absorbed. And let's talk about this. I always like to do some kind of interlude thing in the show to take a breather. Do you guys want to be involved in any way, or can you think of anything that might be fun?
For some reason I thought we were still talking about My Little Pony, the cartoon, as far as like an interlude in that. I'm like, what?
No.
We
I
should
don't
do
have
something.
any say over that.
I'm down. Let's do something.
Sexy.
Let's do a whole nother Who's Line show so Sarah can prepare for the weekend.
Yes, right in the middle.
Yeah, that'll give him
but we
7.5
squeeze it in.
minutes at the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
No.
Sarah.
No.
Sarah.
No.
Sarah.
Bacon. Hey, does anybody have the instrumental to Friend to Me? We lost it.
A friend to me?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm asking that. Hey, never mind. Let's move on.
Was that just to everybody?
It was to the universe.
Good. Well, if anyone has it, let us know. So speaking of Has-Been Hotel and NDAs and whatever, I guess ignoring the NDAs and just talking about Has-Been Hotel. So Gabe, you were part of this project. A very highly anticipated online project that brought a lot of talented people together, and it was released yesterday. Is that when it came out? Or 2 days ago?
Or 2 days ago, yeah.
So we're gonna put up Has-Been Hotel spoilers for anyone. Now, has everyone in here seen it?
Yes.
Did you notice? Okay, good. So I was gonna say, did anyone notice that Matt just left?
Yeah, I mean, he does that often.
He hasn't seen it.
He's seen it. Oh, you know what? I should, because I think that's one of the interest points of him coming on.
Really? Oh, so that's why we should wait then, maybe.
We're gonna talk about it here. We're just letting them know.
I'm in. That's his line.
There you go.
Right.
So Has-Been Hotel. We're gonna put up the spoiler screen again for anyone that wants to avoid any spoilers or anything.
Do you know the fun thing about the spoiler screen?
What? It's really on fire?
No, it's got a secret Marceline.
Oh, that's really cool. The animation in this was so good.
Yeah. It was very impressive. I didn't even notice that Marceline was in it.
No, I was trying to find a GIF of animated fire, and that happened to be the one like really good one that I found. And I'm like, well, I'll just cover up Marceline with the logo.
Now
That was really clever of you.
So Has-Been Hotel came out. It's about 30 minutes, a little over 30 minutes of animation that is set in hell. And I didn't know anything really going into it outside of that. I knew because I knew Gabe was involved.
Yeah.
If for no other reason than people were posting about it on Twitter that day.
Mhm.
I may or may not have known in advance of that, but yeah, this was this seems like it was quite the undertaking to put something like this.
Right.
So what did everyone think of it?
I liked it. It was good.
I want to tell a little story.
Do it.
Yes.
So the only reason I'm in this is actually because of Saberspark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Whoa. Yes, indeed. What happened was I was minding my own business, probably scratching my butt, and and I got a tweet, and it was like bump or something like that, or hey Gabe, and it was a quote tweet of the casting call for this for Hasbin Hotel.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I looked at the casting thing, and it was. I really. Usually like my agent will send me auditions, and if I like see auditions for like cattle calls online, I'll avoid them. But this was really interesting. Like not only the concept, but the character, like the synopsis was super interesting.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh, okay. And then like the whole like 1930s singer, oh, hello, oh, how are you doing, pal? And the whole, vibe was so neat. And so, yeah, I auditioned for it. And then Vivian got back to me right away and was like, oh my gosh. And then we did it.
That was the full conversation.
It was pretty short. And then, then I did it. And it was really pretty straightforward. She's easy to work with. I did my first pass. She was like, that sounds a little high for the character. So she had Perry change the key. And then I did it again. And then she's like, that's great. And just say this line a little different. And I did that. And there was really only like 3 back and forths before we were done. And then I forgot about it for a while. And then out it comes, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Nice. Was it kind of, because I don't know how many times you've been through this process of, kind of like on the voice acting side with an animation where it's like, well, here's the voice. We'll see what it looks like come.
Oh yeah. No, it's very cool to see the project once it's done and to hear your voice coming out of a cartoon. Like what always surprises me and what's really fun is that sometimes I can't identify my voice, or I'm like, oh, is that actually me? And that's always exciting because it's like, ooh. If I didn't remember that I did that, I wouldn't be 100% sure that was me, which is just, and it's not just the way that I do my voice, but it's the way that it's affected sometimes, or the way that like every once in a while the studio will, not in this case, but will add like a slight pitch shift to it or a formant expansion if they want the character to be like, for example, T-Rex, his voice is affected, and so that kind of thing it's a neat, it's very cool. And you forget about it. Usually it takes almost a year to finish animation most of the time.
Yeah.
So we did get a couple super chats actually that were directed towards you. First one was from James earlier. James of Hone says,
"Oh, I love him.
Good singing for Hasbin Hotel. Gabriel, cheers."
Thank you. I will raise a cup. I don't have one though. How about this roll of tape?
Perfect. Perfect. And then you have another inquiry here from Fritz Roll.
Sent in $6.66.
By the
way, important detail.
Says, here's to Gabe's performance to Hasbin Hotel. Also, I do need to ask, Gabe, did you notice that your Alistair, is that how you say it?
Yes,
Alistair voice sounded like a demonic Flim and Flam.
That's interesting. I didn't actually think about that, but Flim and Flam are the same kind of character, like used car salesman, 1930s announcer style, and then that's the vibe they're going for. So the accent and the mannerisms, like that, there's like almost a stereotype. It's like the pirate voice, there's a stereotypical sound. It's like, step right up, folks, step right up and see the amazing blah blah blah. Oh, here we go. Like that's the vibe. So no, I didn't notice that, but that makes sense to me. That's cool.
We also got a super chat in from Anime Guy 01 saying, Gabe, can you do an impression of Angel Dust?
I don't know, can I? How you doing, babe?
I always knew Gabe was a porn star.
Just what that character stands for, hearing that voice come out of Gabe, I'm like,
Yeah, I basically can't say any of his lines.
Yeah.
But I do love that character. It's a very,
Yeah.
very interesting character. And the voice acting and like the voice work in all of this was really incredible. It's just top notch, everything across the board. It to me, it's exciting because outside of the project of what it represents is that, you know, an independent team of people that aren't connected to anything can create something. And Steven said the same thing in his review, can create something that rivals and is better than a lot of what the big companies are pushing, you know? So it's very cool.
Only if you watch.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Alistair is honestly the best character. Just putting that out there. That's my opinion. That Alistair is 100% the best character.
He is pretty
in this
cool.
fucking
He is
show.
a very cool
Who
character.
is that guy? They hired him at the hotel, and he's like, I want to be here, but he had like a really
Husker.
rough voice.
It was like a
Yeah, he's like a cat
Husker.
with wings. Yeah, Husker.
What are you talking about?
That character.
I was about to win the whole pot.
But yeah, that guy's voice was outstanding. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a very good voice.
That's Rice Pirate. He's done voice work for like a while now, and he's legit good, like very, very good.
Yeah, I was like, to get that kind of voice like down and not cringy is very impressive.
Oh yeah, no, every voice just worked. There was no like amateur vibe to any of it at all. Like across the board, it was really, really very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was fun to watch, and it's also it's one of those things where it hits, you know, a topic that you, I guess you could say is less prevalent on television.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I mean, that's the funny thing I was actually thinking about while watching. It's funny because it can push some boundaries, but they're also still held back by the fact that this was posted on YouTube. So there's other things they can't do.
Yeah, like nudity.
Which is a real shame.
Yeah, I know. Everyone wants to see angel dust naked. I mean, all of hell gets to.
Kind of did at some point. I think there was a screenshot with.
Oh, there was? Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Without his top.
Yeah.
That's.
Please. Okay, fine.
Count.
I just see his fluff at least.
No, but yeah, this was fun. So, and Sarah, you and I were talking about this. Like this is kind of serving as a like a pilot type of thing. So the idea would be they would hope to make more.
Yeah, I think this was. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like this to see if they could get any investors to help them keep making this or something like that. I don't know. You know, throw money at it if you like it.
Yeah.
So that they can keep making it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed it, and character designs are fun. I mean, I literally could just talk about Alistair for a while because like his sound design, like the radio noises.
Oh, the radio noises were so cool.
Movements, they're so good.
I loved the bit where it was just like that one. Well, not one, but like a moment of threat where he just kind of like held his smile and then like the screen just went berserk.
Yeah.
I would have done so already. Scene.
Yeah, I would have
done so. Yeah, and his eyes turn to radio dials and his mouth lights up, but his teeth light up, but he doesn't move his lips. This is kind of.
I really loved that one moment where he pulled Husker in, and he's, you know, he manifests the booze, and there's that one moment where his voice just goes normal, and it's so chilling. And I'm like, ooh. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you wish.
Yeah, the whole thing with Alistair that makes you uneasy is that everything he does is a game. You have no idea, like his whole persona, his whole vibe is manufactured. We'd have no idea what he actually looks like, what he actually sounds like. You know, it's a. And they talk about, you know, how they never had they seen a mortal soul with that much power. But, you know, he could also be pretending that he's immortal from the 1930s. You know, we don't know who Alistair is, and that's kind of the intrigue of his character, I think.
Well, it was fun to watch. That's for sure. And I, as mentioned, Saber did a review that everyone can check out on it. And obviously, if you haven't seen it, you know, go.
Oh, yes, he tells me to do a horrible thing.
What's that?
in the review, he tells me to do a horrible.
Yeah.
He's like, so Gabe, it was so awesome, and I'm so happy that you were able to be involved in this. So honestly, Gabe, from the bottom of my heart, eat a.
And I meant it, every word.
I mean, in the series, he might end up doing that. So,
I hope not. That wasn't in the job description. Not Alistair.
no, yeah, that's true. But
ha, no.
I love that joke. So good.
I can suck your butt.
I like those little flashes too that they do. The animation flashes that just kind of say, "Oh, there's his reaction." The broken glass in the background.
Yeah. We got another super chat from James Cohen. Alistair is a 1920s Discord that wouldn't hesitate to kill anyone who even tried to stand in his way. 11 out of 10 best character since Joker.
I agree with him. That is very much what he is.
I think what I like the most, because I'll bring up something here in a bit, but like I want to explore this world. It sounds like it's fun, and there's a lot going on in it. There's a lot of variety. There's a lot of background characters. There's just a lot in this. So having more episodes to just flesh it all out would be really nice.
Not
And
Mr.
then,
Doom though, or whatever.
Mr. Doom guy, the Doom Slayer.
Doom guy.
Saber just wants a history episode for Hell. That's all.
When are we going to see how Celestia and Luna made Hell?
I felt so bad for Jaxblade during the Bernie's reactor. He was like, I want to see Celestia's power, and I'm like, but buddy, we've seen it. Like, that's it.
No,
I know. I did like who was it who said it was actually a comment on Brony's React. It wasn't in it. They were that they suggested that maybe the reason they're passing this off to Twilight is because they know they're getting older and weaker, and they're not as powerful as they used to be. I kind of like that take on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who knows?
They do die.
Hero,
yeah, they're not immortal. They have longevity, but not immortality.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hero, you there?
He's probably playing his piano.
I need a hero.
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Hey, it worked.
You brought this up in relation to the Has Been Touched Out that they never really you think that the audio could have been improved for the music, for the lyrics, and be able to hear it.
And not only just the lyrics, there was also parts when, like the part where Angel Dust and his single-eyed friend girl were like fighting. They're just fighting in hell, and there was a lot of sound effects that were happening.
The sounds were too loud. I agree.
Yeah, and they were like drowning out the dialogue and whatnot. There was just some audio issues that I had with it.
Just a level thing.
The episode was perfect. I thought it was very good and definitely worth a watch, and it's amazing that it exists. There's just little things that they could definitely improve on.
Yeah, if the only complaint is like levels and mastering, that's a pretty good, thing.
That's a pretty good thing, right?
Yeah, especially when you consider the whole story that's being told. If people are focusing on the technical side, because that was one thing Sarah and I spoke about because Sarah had watched it before I got to it, and then she showed it to me last night. And especially like during the first song, at one point I turned to her and I'm like, are we supposed to pick out any of what she's saying? Because of how I understand it's a really fast song, but I do think it was also like, it felt like the voice was being overpowered by a lot of what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was. I agree with that.
Yeah.
My name is right here.
Once he hit that note, I was like, I can't make out any of that.
The thing is, I'm convinced that Gabe's actually singing the actual.
I'm singing what I heard.
Yeah, that's like all I can make out.
Use that as an alarm.
Yeah, exactly.
What's funny though is even if I can't make out the words, I had that little part of the song like stuck in my head earlier today.
Yeah, same.
That's probably why. That's why songs are stuck in my head. If I don't know the whole thing, my brain just repeats it until I learn it, and I'm like, shut up! But yeah, the nice thing is that those issues that we're talking about are not reasons the show wouldn't get picked up. They're technical things, which is that's the best kind of complaint to have is a technical complaint.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep. And I mean, overall, it's not something that I felt like took away from the experience. It was just something like, oh, this could be improved.
There is something because we were talking about it on the POS podcast between PaleoSaber and myself and Jax as well. But I guess I was alone in this opinion, but I feel like I should still say it. Is that Paleo and Saber said they never got to the point where they thought like the cursing was too much, and I, however, got to that point specifically with the newscaster lady. I was like, okay, lady, I get it. You can say whatever you want. But I was like, damn, that's a lot of curse words. I don't know. I was like, okay. I felt like we were focusing like a little too much on that almost. But I got to that point.
Yeah, no, I don't like cussing, as many people who know me probably know. So, yeah, I did think it was over the top, but it was almost like Deadpool. You know, I felt like Deadpool went over the top too. It's like, look, guys. It's an R-rated superhero movie, but it's like, look, guys, it's an R-rated cartoon. It's just kind of the, throwing it in your face thing.
Why his middle name is Christian.
And also something else. I liked both halves of the pilot just fine. I just ended up. I think I liked the second half better because the first half, although I love it for this reason, it felt like, hey, look at us, we can animate. Look at how beautiful that animation is. I'm like, yeah, it sure is. That is really good animation. The second half felt more like, okay, but we're making our cartoon though, and we have a story here. Listen. I was like, yeah, there we go. Okay.
There was a lot of filler at the beginning.
Yeah. It slightly drags in the middle. Like from the moment where it cuts to Angel Dust and them in the car to just about where Alistair shows up, kind of drags a little bit, and I'm just like, just get to the bit. Because when I was watching it with Jeffrey, I'm like, let's get to the bit with Alistair. That's when it really picks up.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to set up the ominousness of the new character, and it plays its part, but I do agree that it feels slow as that is approaching. It's like, oh, here, I'm sorry, there's very annoying music happening right outside my door, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's distracting me so much.
I can very much so hear it.
Who's it coming from, though?
It's coming from the worship team. They come here and they practice on Wednesdays because my parents are charitable, but they're not very good, and...
No. I was expecting, like, oh, someone was watching a movie or something, and it's like, no...
No, there's a legit band playing downstairs right now. Well, not that legit, but there's a band playing downstairs.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, mediocre stuff.
Well, since we haven't... Since we haven't gotten... I feel like the last two shows we haven't really been able to Q&A. Let's do it. Let's do some Q&A here.
Okay.
I don't know why that got me so much.
So, again, for those that would like to, if you send us a question via Super Chat, we guarantee that it will get answered. All the other questions will be submitted through Twitter, and those questions we will try to get through as many as we can. But Super Chat, we will prioritize those questions. I'm already seeing some of the questions.
Whoa. That's a username.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's actually a synopsis of Has Been Hotel.
All right, we're good. All right, we got a few questions. All right, let's see. We've got one from Blue and Gray Horse. Question for anybody with a partner: what is the most romantic thing your significant other has done for you / surprised you with?
Gabe? Anyone that wants to answer? Sarah, what's the most romantic thing I've done for you?
You took me to the Lion King without me even knowing it. Even when we were walking in the fucking theater, I was just he had told me a fib.
Yeah.
And I wholly believed in that fib until the very end. I held on to because he told me that we were going to a NASCAR banquet. And it was supposed to be kind of fancy, so I was in a nice dress.
Does NASCAR have banquets?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
They do.
So on
That's
a
why I believed it.
well, on a legitimate side, the racetracks that I work at, they have banquets at the end of the year to honor the drivers. It's a dinner. They'll give out plaques and trophies and all this other stuff to honor because these guys.
I'd like to thank Hormel Chili for sponsoring tonight.
No, they are actually they're very much like wedding receptions style.
Yeah. And I think we've told the story before, but yeah. So I told Sarah that it was a wedding that it was a NASCAR banquet, and because
I was so unexcited to go, which is probably why I was just so dead. I was so dead inside, even when we were walking in, and they gave us a playbill for the Lion King.
She's holding this Lion King playbill and walking up I mean, I had to stop her and be like, do you know what we're doing? And she's like, well, yeah, you told me. And then she looked at the playbill again and was like,
oh shit. I was saying Lion King.
That is so good.
My brain shut off. I was just in autopilot mode. I had to be woken up.
Like that entire time, she's thinking why am I with him? Why?
Well, the thing on top of that too is that it was a time when we were still in the long distance part of our relationship.
Yeah.
So she was also probably thinking well, this is just a great way to spend one of the days of the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was pretty funny.
That is funny.
That was the most romantic thing that
you've done.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. More than my proposal.
Well, I mean,
it was not
I expected
unstandard, non-standard.
True, that is true. The only reason I brought up the proposal was because I was so happy. How did you plan this? And I was like, yes, I did it. I did it. I think the most romantic thing Sarah does for me is when she produces our low budget TV racing shows, because I'm like, oh my god, she does so good, and it turns me on.
Oh, nice. Do you guys watch them?
What she turns us on is what. Wait, let me double clarify, because otherwise there'd be no production.
Oh, and do you watch them in the bedroom?
Yes, the races. Yes.
Yes.
All right, we got a
super chat.
Super chat from Anime Guy. What is your favorite place to eat in Milwaukee? Mine is Safe House.
Okay, so I'm unfamiliar with what Safe House is.
We've been there before.
No, yeah,
Oh,
I thought we've been there before.
Is that the one, the brewery?
No, Safe House is that. Maybe you haven't been there because it's usually on Thursday nights we go.
Okay.
It's this neat spy themed bar.
Oh yeah, that bar. Yeah.
If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure that's it.
I think that's part of the pub trot thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So that what are your guys' favorite places to eat?
Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna put Lammy out because he's begging at the door.
I'm gonna answer for Saber. So there's this place near the convention center called the Rock Bottom Brewery, and I anticipate we're gonna eat there about 20 times this weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just that's the minimum. I would say
At least that many. So Gabe, prepare yourself.
You need to have double the meals each day.
Yes.
Sounds good to me, man. I've never been to the Bottom of Rocks Brewery.
It is delish.
Delicious. Well, I like did you say favorite place to eat or favorite things to eat? Oh,
favorite place.
Favorite place.
I don't remember. I think the last time I was there, because I was so busy, we just got room service every night. So the room service is pretty good.
Well, at least that's a plus. We've eaten at a couple places around there. We've joked about because we've gotten to the Applebee's a couple times. It's down the street.
Oh yeah.
One time we were with Henry and Casey, and I don't even know who it was that found this place or was like, hey, let's go there. But we ended up going to another hotel to eat breakfast.
Oh
which
yeah, I remember that.
It was good. I just don't remember. I think either Henry or Casey knew and said, "Hey, let's go." So that was fun. And then we've done other things. I know there's a brewery that a lot of times the convention staff like to hit up. And yeah, there's a lot of places out there, but I think Rock Bottom has to be my favorite. Cheese curds is my favorite food to eat. Just whatever amazing cheese stuff they have in Wisconsin is so delicious. So Gabe, we have a super chat for you.
Oh,
from Fritz Roll asking to Gabe, have you ever received or thought about getting a piece of merchandise related to a character or show you voiced in your career?
Oh, you mean to sell or to purchase?
I think it says, have you ever received or thought about getting? So it would be like receiving it.
Okay. I feel like it's pretentious to wear something that I voiced in for some reason. I can't really I would feel really awkward doing that. But my mom has a Becky shirt that says Looney on it. That's super cute. And I have a few Alistair things.
Nice.
But I don't know. Do you guys agree that it's just a little?
I'm gonna someday we're gonna get you a shirt that just says "I voiced Becky" on it. Whenever you just to really help with this.
Yeah, that's. I squawked. Actually, make sure you use the uncredited. I was the uncredited voice of Becky.
To really, really hammer it in.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, well, Gabe, you're a popular one tonight. We got a super chat from asking Gabe. Let me read this real quick. Okay. Will you, Michelle, or Nate be performing in Alberta again? You would love our -40-degree winters there. Are no bugs? Is there somewhere future performance locations and times can be seen?
I think it's you would love our -40-degree winters. There are no bugs.
No, that's not how I wanted to read it.
You love our 40-degree winters. There are no bugs. Okay. I'm from Alaska. I lived in Alaska for a few years when I was a teen, so I'm used to the cold. But right now, my career is very unpredictable. I no longer live in Vancouver, so I'm not doing a lot of stuff with Michelle. Mostly just conventions if we both get invited. But we're not on contract together anymore, so we're doing conventions by ourselves a lot, which is fine. I will just, all I can say is just keep an eye on my Twitter. I don't really plan venues, but if I get invited and I have the time, I'll do them. That's really just what it comes down to. And same with conventions,
Alrighty.
I feel like it's a non-answer. I'm sorry about that.
Well, it just basically means you don't know.
Right. Exactly, but I wanted to also honor the question because thank you for the money. And also, is that an orca furry? And would it then be called a furry or would it be called a
I feel
slippery?
like Paleo knows the answer to this.
I feel like Paleo
I
should.
knew you were going to ask me. As soon as I saw the icon, I was like, okay.
I like
somebody's
it.
Gonna ask about that.
It's cute. All right, what is it though? What would you call it?
Generally furries encompass every anthro animal. Though, there was a time where there was a site where me and a bunch of other cetacean furries just made a site called Setafurs.
Oh, I like that. Setafur. Okay, cool. Well, some cetaceans have fur. Like a bottlenose dolphin has fur on the rostrum.
Yeah, they got hair on their yeah. And for I think Amazon river dolphins, they have it permanently on their
rostrum.
Yeah,
hot.
Because for bottlenose dolphins and a lot of other dolphins, they only have it when they're calves.
When they're calves, right. Yeah, Amazon river dolphins are fascinating.
You tell me that cows
a lot of time with Irrawaddy dolphins in Thailand, and they were neat. They were really small, and so you could pick them up.
Yeah.
And there was this one that that was part of the game that it would it after I got out of the water, it flopped its tail up, and the guy's like, pick it up. And I was like, oh, okay. So I did. I picked the whole dolphin out of the water up by its flukes, and it was just cool with it. It was super weird. It was like a puppy.
So we got a question here. Actually, another one from Blue and Gray Horse. But I felt like it was topical, so I was going to go for it. So this one's for Jeffrey and Sarah, asking, how did you two meet / hit it off romantically? Now, I bring this up because, Sarah, we're closing in on our 1 year anniversary. The 17th of November.
We met on a fan site for Chippendale Rescue Rangers. It was a forum, and we started talking on MSN Messenger, one-on-one. And after a year, we were both like, I like you. I like you too. And then
She roared at me.
yeah.
Yeah, you
All
did
these
the
I love
right.
you, dinosaur. So
Do the
right. So yeah, and then after that we've been boyfriend, girlfriend, and then fiancés, and then now we're husband and wife.
Yep. So it was 5 years of long distance relationship stuff. So
Wow.
we got together.
I respect so much your diligence through that time period.
Yeah.
For, like that is really romantic to me. That's super sweet.
Yeah, no, we both were like, heck yeah, I like you, and
Wow.
yeah, stuck with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, almost 11 years. No, over 11 years we've been together.
But do
Yeah.
you guys think it'll last?
Yes.
Mm. I feel.
I don't know. You taking her to that NASCAR banquet? I mean,
I feel like it's
I did
it's
actually
all,
go to one NASCAR banquet after.
yeah, and you probably expected it to be Lion King.
Oh, he's taking me to see Hamilton this time. Oh no.
I needless to say, like I credit Sarah a lot with her patience. I feel like that's a huge helping point in our relationship.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can imagine.
Well, and I know we've mentioned this. I mentioned it in the video talking about the React that was coming out, but and there'll be more details to come. But Sarah and I are actually setting up a dual YouTube channel. It's going to be a gaming channel where that will be where I truly test her patience.
Yeah.
Because she can't stand to watch me play video games.
Yeah.
And
He's
I
not
can't
very
wait
good
to see
at video
that.
games.
That'll be the next level of your
Because I will probably be just as frustrated as Sarah if
Yeah.
I'm watching him.
yes. It will. Yeah. I'm not. I might not be the best gamer. So, but yep. So that's the answer to that. Taylor's got a question here. A Ciderfest question. Favorite Ponyville Ciderfest memory? For anyone that's been to
Wow,
Ponyville
that was
Ciderfest.
we all just chimed in there, didn't we?
Just now, y'all are just thinking very hard.
I could tell you mine because I saw this question, so I kind of thought of mine. I think my favorite memory was when it snowed, because it was kind of a surprise that it did snow, and we just went nuts. And I was so excited that I never bothered to check to see if the camera was zoomed out. So it's all the footage of Saber and I freaking out is zoomed in, so it's really like surreal. But yeah, we that was a lot of fun because it was surprising. It was cold. It was fun. I also I know there was that one time we kind of walked around the city and went down to the lake. So that was a lot of fun too. But I just have really fond memories in general of Ciderfest. Throughout convention moments and all that.
Seems like it's a fun.
That's really
convention.
sweet.
It is.
I think. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think Ciderfest for me, it's hard to remember which conventions are which sometimes. Ciderfest, though, I believe that's is that the big tall hotel with the funky sculpture hanging from the ceiling?
Yes, the one
Okay,
that looks like it's in a Final Destination.
Yes, absolutely. Or Halo. But there's wow, my dad is screaming at the baseball game in the same key as the song in the background, and it's just I gotta say it's horrible. Okay. Last time was fun because we were doing like this documentary, Zach and oh my gosh, I feel terrible that I don't remember the other guy's name. Oh man. Followed Michelle and I around and filmed us the whole time. So that was
I'm
And that's-
in the background. It's just funny.
Oh, there's also a nut screwed into the side of the door that I remember looking at and touching and being like, this tiny, tiny thing so far away from where I live is that I can come back to and identify years later. Humans' precision is incredible. So I'm going to go back and look at that nut.
Hey, you can't look at it. It's no nut November.
Oh!
You can look at it tomorrow, but
Dude,
it's
I
Friday
am
hits, you
going-
can't look at it anymore.
I'm going to fail.
And we'll be filming. All right.
Oh, all right. Don't bother. I'll be filming.
Paleo or Saber, did you guys have any favorite memories of Ciderfest?
Mason is his name. His name is Mason. Sorry.
I can't
Yeah,
think of specifics.
Mason.
I just, whenever I think of Ciderfest, I immediately think about the food, and I'm like, yes. That was also the convention that Paleo brought a shark costume, and Saber walked
Yeah.
around with a Jedi sword.
Yeah,
A lightsaber?
Lightsaber.
Oh, one of those Jedi swords.
Yeah.
One of those laser swords.
Oh, I love.
Here's a Halloween question from Iris. What is your favorite
Favorite what?
candy?
What is my what?
Favorite candy?
Oh, I heard. What is your fit? Well, I really like Reese's, but sometimes I also really like Almond Joy.
Ew.
Shut
Almond
up.
Joy's
You don't know
great.
my.
I like chocolate peanut butter cups too, but I get the dairy-free kind.
Which they do have.
Right.
Yeah.
I like Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're good.
I like sour candy.
Yeah,
I like
Sour
chocolate.
Skittles. Sour
Oh, I
Skittles.
do love sour candy.
Did you say sour Skittles, Hero?
Yeah.
Now, are you like me? Because like when I eat sour Skittles, my mouth sometimes needs a break.
Yeah, absolutely. Those things are like committing warfare on the I love them, but they hurt.
I really like Sour Patch Kids. I think that might be my current answer. Like chocolate wise, it'd be like Twix, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Twix is good.
I have a feeling about Twix. Twix and I have a relationship. Okay, Twix, I agree, is probably the best chocolate candy for the first Twix. The second Twix is always unnecessary. I never want to eat it, like ever. But I'm like, but there's two. I got to eat the second one. But for the first one tastes amazing. The second one's just
Well, that's really sweet.
Well,
that means you're
on
loyal.
Halloween, you get the bite-sized ones, so you can,
so yeah.
eat until you're satisfied.
No, I love caramel. Like caramel's my big like if I just said like
Oh, yeah.
favorite sugar thing, it's caramel.
Oh, you know what one of the most underrated candies is? Dark chocolate, the Midnight Milky Ways. Like those are way better than the regular Milky Ways. Regular Milky Ways suck. Get the Midnight Milky Ways, because those have like the dark chocolate outside and like the very good nougat inside of it. It's really delicious.
Milky Ways are another one of those candies where I feel like talking about the fun size ones, I can eat one of those and I'll be like, okay. But if you get like the king size or whatever, like it's like, oh boy, prepare yourself.
Yeah, same with the Three Musketeers, I feel.
Hey folks.
What the hell was that?
What?
Like a woman talking.
Oh, sorry. It was an audio message from Claire. I played it and it was really loud, so I turned it down. She's in Conan right now. She's watching Conan O'Brien, a live taping.
I thought you weren't allowed to bring your phone into live tape.
She just left.
Oh, maybe it's not live tapings. When I was on the Steve Harvey show, Granted, that wasn't live though. Let's see here. Rosie Diamonds is gonna stay on theme here because we were talking a little bit about love stuff. By the way, we're going to do Q&A till 15 minutes past the hour. So about 7 minutes more of Q&A, and then we will call it. So Rosie's asking favorite cheesy rom-com. Deadpool for me.
I've just recently figured out what a rom-com was, so I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. My dad is also screaming right now.
See, Sarah, I'm not the only one.
I think probably Bridesmaids.
Okay.
Why not? I just saw it recently. That's all I could think of.
Sarah's gonna say Wreck-It Ralph.
That's not a rom-com.
There's a wedding.
Oh, well, if that's the criteria.
Does Zootopia count?
Yes.
Like, nothing comes to mind. I don't know if I watch enough to really...
Sarah's not much of a chick flick type of
50
person.
First Dates.
I have not seen it.
You should. It's really depressing.
Oh.
Yeah. It is actually. Like, it doesn't have, like, a impression.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I know what, like, the gist.
It does, but it's kind of like, oh, happy ending, but you're like, well, kinda.
Or the more downer sequel, 50 Last Dates.
Yikes. Anime Guy 01 sends in a super chat asking, who has seen Konosuba?
Konosuba.
Thank you. And is gonna see the movie.
I have. Konosuba is great. It's a really hilarious anime. I describe it as basically Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the anime.
I need to watch this then.
Because the characters are like just as bad as the characters in.
Could I
Always
offer
Sunny.
you an egg in this trying time? Is that from Always Sunny? I'm hoping it is.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I made a good joke.
Egg desu. Something to catch up with, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got a question from Nora. This is for Gabe asking. I know, crazy. Aside from the Master Chief costume, what is the most work you've ever done on a Halloween costume?
Bum,
bum.
Gosh, I don't know. I have one in mind, but I don't want to say because it's embarrassing. But now I guess I have to because I can't really preface it with that and not say it.
Yep.
When I was maybe 12, we all dressed as the Teletubbies.
Which one were you?
I was Tinky Winky. And we were given the fabric that was the color, and it was like a school project thing for us. We were homeschooled. And so I had to sew it. And I was pretty happy with it. And for my head wiener thing, I used an upside down clothes hanger and wrapped it in purple felt. And I was very proud of myself. I thought it looked pretty good. I wouldn't wear it now though.
Yeah.
I don't believe you, actually.
Oh.
Well, you're about those upside down head wheels.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I would. Actually, but that's the Halloween costume. I've worked harder on some of the costumes in my videos, but I only have to do the upper half, so that's not too bad.
Okay. We have a question from Britt, Bfields Forever. Says, I'm pulling an all-nighter getting gifts and ready for tomorrow. Big smiley face. So my question is, what are y'all most excited for with Ponyville Cider Fest and why? Excited to see y'all.
Britt. I'm always just really excited to see my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
I got a list. I'm excited about, of course, about hanging out with friends. I am stoked about the food, and I cannot wait for the Who's Line.
Yeah.
Who's Line's always freaking a blast.
What do you got planned, Sarah? I keep hearing this talk about Who's Line. I'm starting to get concerned.
No, it's fine. Don't be concerned. It's just
I'm scared.
excited.
Sarah's mentioned when I mentioned Whose Line, I also got the impression, was that an excited yeah, or was that a I need to do it yeah?
I need to do it, yeah, because they literally solidified the game list for me today.
Yeah, so what we do, for anyone that doesn't know our process with the Whose Lines, is that sometimes we'll go through and just give you a list of like, here's the games, because then Sarah knows for sure who's going to be part of it, when their availability is, and so that much thought process is not something she has to worry about.
Yeah.
As far as the context, the games, the everything involving submissions, all that is taken care of. Sarah, and then usually a couple others helping you out. So yeah, Sarah will put those.
Give me the best jokes. Thank you.
Give me at least.
Yes, I write all of their jokes.
And she has a day to do it, so good luck. We got a super chat from Anime Guy, asking or says, "Gonna pick up the cookies tomorrow. Get ready." Woo!
Yay.
Cookies! Always. Anime Guy always has the coolest cookies I've ever seen, and also very generous with those. And we all thank you so much for thinking of us, because it's really cool of you. So can't wait.
Yeah.
Of course.
I saw a wonderful picture of someone who had baked a needle into a cookie and it So don't get any ideas from that.
Oh, great.
No, it was someone had eaten a cookie that was given to them by a fan at a convention, and there was a needle in it, and it was very, the picture is disturbing.
That's
Guys want to see it?
bro.
I know.
Yeah. Send it my way. I want to see it.
It's a good Halloween story. But I trust you.
And completely unrelated to
what?
We lost them.
We're gone. You're gone.
Well, as far as we go, fellas, the recording thinks we're here and you're gone, so take that.
Oh. All right.
All right, let's see. We have a question for one, or we have time for one more question. So we will finish it off with how about an Aussie question? Ghouls Aussie asking, worst horror movies you ever watch?
You.
The worst?
I think you've got a few that you
It too was absolutely terrible.
It wasn't good. I wouldn't say it's terrible.
Yeah, I won't say it's terrible.
I thought it was terrible, but that's because I really, really liked the first one, and I was expecting it to have this incredible, I don't know, man. I was extremely disappointed with it. But maybe I haven't seen a lot of bad horror movies.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bad ones.
No, there's bad ones.
I have seen
Grace has been
total of,
watching the
5.
Leprechaun.
Yeah, I've been watching the Leprechaun series, and the thing with that is the good. So,
he's been watching 6 more after that first one.
Would you say
What?
that Doom was a bad horror movie?
Oh yeah, the Doom, the Doom
20.
movie. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. There's a lot of shitty ones. Like if you start digging through, horror movies are like some of those common, C-rated, B-rated movies out there. Horror movies.
it's funny enough, Jennifer Aniston was in the first Leprechaun movie.
That
It's-
is an indication of career going down.
but yeah, watching through those, those were very much movies I had in the background while I edited. And I was like, all right. I don't know why, but sometimes I'll just want to watch through, Jaws, for example. I did the same thing with Jaws, where I'm like, I always knew the first 2 movies, but I'm like, let's see what Jaws 3D is like. And that was a mistake. Also, just anything after Jaws 2 was a mistake. Not good.
They were good after Jaws 1. They didn't need sequels with that. That was just them getting money.
I grew up with Jaws 2, though. I actually saw Jaws 2 maybe 5 times before I ever saw Jaws 1, and that's because my family owned Jaws 2. Yeah. So I had a soft spot for the second one, and I felt like it was loyal enough to the first one. So
I saw Terminator 2 like 1 billion times before even seeing the Terminator 1.
Yeah.
But Terminator 2 is like the best one.
you probably were disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think I know why I didn't see Terminator 1 for the longest time, because, like, as a kid, I kind of understand why I never saw the first one, because the first one has a sex scene.
Oh. Well, we have one last super chat to finish off the night from James of Hone. Says, worst horror movies you ever watched, MLP G3.5. Undoubtedly. The worst. Yes. Well, want to thank everybody for joining us, live audience, those that listen on delay, everybody that was here, all of the podcasters. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We will be back in 2 weeks.
And that
will be on 13th of November. So we hope you all have a happy, wonderful, and safe Halloween. For those going to Cider Fest, cannot wait to see you there. Vlogs will be coming. Expect the bonus to Bronies Rack to be coming. And then eventually gonna really start hammering down on the next React. I know I saw a lot of people asking about that, by the way. That one still has a full load of work to do. So it's gonna be a bit of time before the next Bronies Rack does come out. But yeah. Yeah, me too. So with that, thank you for coming out to the Semi Perfect Podcast, and everybody have a good night.
Tamponi.
Bye, everyone. I love you, purple people,
Pimple people.
purple people eaters.